Hello and greetings, dear viewers. Today I have a poem called as Patron or Player. First, let me tell you how this can be relatable to all of us, irrespective of whichever field we are in, and then we'll dive into the poem. There are going to be certain instances where we feel that we are treated unfairly. It can be because of some power, it can be because of influence, it can be because of somebody has more money than you. It can be all of these circumstances together. Now, this was one of the incident that happened in the chess scene as well. What am I referring to? So let us get into the important points. So Prince Dadian was one of the patron of the 1903 Monte Carlo tournament. Patron, he was sponsoring in a way. He was financially responsible for conducting the tournament. Okay, then what is interesting about it? Prince Dadian said there is a player named Mikhail Chigorin. He should not be allowed to participate, and the reason he gave was that Chigorin had insulted him previously. To tell you very briefly about Chigorin, he was one of the great players at that particular point of time, and he was also a contender to the throne, not the world champion, but a contender through the throne as well. Now, as a compensation, Mikhail Chigorin received 1,500 francs, but one needs to just think about whether this action was right or wrong. There were a lot of other players who were also competing, but they kept quiet because they liked the playing conditions, and of course their tournament would be a little impacted. The next question is, if a colleague or if a compatriot is going through this, is it possible for us to raise the voice? David Janowski said yes, it is possible. He was not playing the tournament, but he in a way said, what is the president of the Union of Chess Master, Dr. Tarash, doing? And he says, I'm going to be moving out of this international union, because he felt that Mikhail Chigorin was treated unfairly. And this is an instance of how you can actually care for your colleagues. It's not just about chess, felt that it can be something very relatable to the field that we are in. So these were some of the points that you had to know to understand the poem. Now let us get into the poem then. In the 1903 Monte Carlo tournament, Mikhail Chigorin experienced some harsh treatment. The patron Prince Dadian insisted Chigorin's exclusion, and he did have a justification. Prince Dadian said Chigorin had insulted, and this had resulted in his action not to allow Chigorin to compete, since he was the patron who belonged to the elite. Chigorin was compensated sum of 1,500 francs for an act not helping his status and rank. Many players did go on to participate. The conditions and perks made them not to debate. Janowski, who was not playing in the tournament, expressed his sentiment. Resigned from members of International Union, a wingy action to articulate his opinion. I hope you like the poem. As usual, the full poem is in the description. Thank you very much for your time.